And we are live here on Plus One EXP at EFCon Exalted Funeral Con 2022, an online convention being hosted by Exalted Funeral in partnership with Plus One EXP. I'm Tony Vicenda. I'm Chief Alchemist here at Plus One EXP, which is a weird little brand that multi-classes in tabletop game design, beard, and skincare alchemy, and the Bardic College of Content Creation. Our hope and desire is to help amazing designers find great players who love their games, and amazing players find great designers whose games they can love. We do that in a lot of different ways. Apparently now one of those is helping host online conventions. We are here in the Gather space. If you're watching over on Twitch, we're glad to have you with us, but we're going to be primarily paying attention to what's happening here live at the con in the digital space we're walking around. We are just getting kicked off for the day. Things really kind of kick into swing later on tonight around 7 p.m. But opening us up, we have Pilgrims of Misfortune by Nate from Highland Paranormal Society. He's going to be running some amazing people through it. But since there's only limited number of spots in this room in which we can stand and everyone in the room hear us, I'm going to step off, hand things over to Nate to talk a little bit about the game, introduce everybody, and take us into Pilgrims of Misfortune. Thanks, Nate, so much for doing this.
All right. Hey there. Thanks, Tony. All right. So, starting off, I'm getting some feedback from somebody's sound.
I heard it just for a second, but I think it's dropped off.
All right. All right. So we have some adventurers here who have been sent by Archbishop Bluntooth of the Ever-Blooming Rose of the First God's Chapel has sent you to find some holy relics. This is your chance to clear your debt with the church, both materially and spiritually. And I'm going to let y'all introduce your characters. Fiona, would you like to introduce your character first?
Oh man, I have to go first. I'm Wolfhildo Cardozo, a forked-tongued failed parent. My child is ashamed of me because of my fealty to the Goat Lord, and also that I am incredibly weak and clumsy, but I'm okay at magic.
All right. Yeah, so all these characters, they have a past failure that is part of they roll up the character. Wolfhilda, yes, has a child who is ashamed of her, which is one of my favorites. And now Chris Bissett is here. Chris, will you introduce your character?
Yeah, I'm Lola Archambault, a fork-tongued grave robber. Yeah, that's it. I rob graves and have a lizard tongue.
Nice. Lizard tongue robs graves. Great. All right.
What
and
more
then,
do you need to know about a person?
That's all you need. And then we have Raven. Raven, can you introduce your character?
Yeah. My name is Flo Barth. I have one central eye, and apparently I stole a boat on a dare and got lost, and technically I still am lost. So,
Nice. Perfect. And last but not least, we have Roz here. Roz, will you introduce your character?
Yeah, for sure. I'm going to be playing Flax Recipient. I have vertical eyelids, and my past failure is that I lost my inherited family ring while skinny dipping. A local girl led me astray, and I'm never going to make that mistake again.
Perfect. Okay, so y'all have been traveling to a point on a map that the Archbishop Bluntooth discovered in his research that he believes is full of holy relics that the church needs. And as y'all approach, y'all come through the woods, and you see a giant stone head with humanoid but with slightly reptilian features, and it's made from colossal stone bricks and has stone horns coming out of its head, and its mouth is open and forms a doorway, and there's smoke trickling out of this open mouth of this giant stone head. And you see off to the side there is a broken cart, sort of like a little horse-drawn cart, and from inside the open mouth of this giant stone head you hear whooping and hollering.
Like rowdy fun whooping and hollering, like a
Yeah.
southern gathering, or like menacing whooping and hollering?
Not menacing,
like a different sort of gathering.
Yeah, sort of happy, kind of sort of a little deranged maybe. But yeah, it doesn't sound like anybody is being hurt. It's not cries of pain.
this is in the direction of the smoke, or
Yes, that's coming from this building, that this giant stone head, that the mouth is a doorway and there's smoke coming out of that, but also that sound of people is coming from that mouth as well.
Is there like a concept of raves in our world? Like, is it normal to go into like a weird doorway that has like, strange doctoring and there's dry ice everywhere?
So you do, it does sound like it could be maybe some sort of religious rite, people working themselves into a frenzy. That's something you've witnessed before.
I kind of want to go into the depths of Zion from the Matrix, because it sounds like everyone's just whooping and coughing about something. So yeah, I'm down.
I wanna check out this broken up cart first.
Okay. So yes, next to the building there's this cart. The wheels are cracked and broken. Looking in it, you see there are some torn and blood-stained clothes. There you see a wooden buckler shield There is a lantern that is cracked, but it looks like it might still work. And there's a handful of gold coins scattered around in it, about 7 coins total.
Oh, sick. I'm going to take the shield and lantern and
Cool.
a handful of coins.
Nice.
I'll take 1 coin.
Nice.
I don't want money.
I'll,
If I have
flip
coins
a
on me, I'll
coin
give
to
it
you.
out to you guys. I don't want money.
Yeah, I don't want to jingle when I walk.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, nothing is notes. It's all change.
It's only change. All right. So you're pretty close to the opening of this structure now, and you hear the sounds louder. And you at this distance, you even hear kind of feet stamping.
Can we like see
hear-
anything through the opening?
You can go peek in. Yeah, if you kind of look in and you see a bonfire that the smoke is coming from, and you see 7 people are just dancing around it, just wild, ecstatically, hooping and hollering. One of them is wearing a bonnet. There's one wearing an iron helmet. Other than that, they're not wearing much clothes. You notice as you're peeking around, you notice that they have small glyphs tattooed over most of their body. You see also on the ground, you see a couple clay bowls that have a little bit of liquid, but kind of some remnants of what looks like tea. And the closer you get, there's kind of a foul stench that seems to be coming off of those tea bowls.
Is anyone kind of a scribe so that we can kind of document these cliffs on them?
Anybody have any paper or writing implements?
No.
Oh, I'm so silly. I have a quill and ink. Never mind.
No one thinks of that as a writing instrument.
Let me take that back. Yeah, I proceed to just kind of jot down and record what I'm seeing on these people.
I think we could use your quill and ink to draw some of those symbols on us so we could like sneak past.
Ooh. Yeah, I don't know how much ink I have, but sure. Infinite.
Yeah, y'all can do that. So you're going to try to copy what you're seeing in there?
Yeah, just on the bodies right now. I'm headed for the person who has an iron helmet or an iron mask first to see what dance moves they're doing.
So are you going in first, or are y'all trying to fake some tattoos before you go in?
Do we want to like? Because we can try and sneak past them, or like. Can we see any other exits from the room? Can we see well enough to see that?
Yes. So you see, this is kind of a big opening that goes in there, but then you see there are 3 other small, narrow hallways that seem to shoot off from that room. There's one to the left, one to the right, and then one straight ahead that you would have to go all the way around the dancing people to get to.
Are we on? Was the cart? What side is the cart on?
The cart is on the right side of the building. So right now, I'm kind of assuming y'all are kind of peeking in. Y'all are going to the right of this entryway, peeking in, and then further around that side of the building is that broken cart.
Cool.
So when I was borrowing from Graves, one of the things I found was this feather, and it lets me like teleport.
Ooh.
So I could like jump to one of the exits and create like a distraction and lead them away, and you could all sneak past, and then I could, I don't know what, jump back, try not to get eaten, something.
Hey, that sounds good to me. Because I'm not the distraction.
Better than my idea. Like, I don't know, we could put the symbols on us, but I mean, they might be doing other moves that are not in like Fortnite or something. I don't know those.
I'm also
those-
good with I'm also good with faking the symbols and seeing what happens.
No, I like the idea of you teleporting to like the far left, and then we can run up the right.
Yeah. So the way those spells work, your teleportation, that feather, you can use it automatically one time per day, and if you want to use it again, you have to test your doubt. You have to overcome your doubt to use it again. If you fail that test, you take 1d6 damage though.
Even better.
Yeah. so you can technically keep doing it as long as you can overcome your doubt.
I'm into it. That's fun.
Cool. All right.
You said you want me to go to the left.
Yeah, because we're on the right. So if you go left, then we can sneak up right.
Oh yeah, good call.
Nice.
Yeah, so I will like teleport to the left and
Okay.
just I don't know if we can swear on this stream or not. I should have asked that beforehand. Just start screaming until
right,
they come after me and then run. Just book it.
Yeah. So you teleport to the beginning of this hallway.
Mhm.
You yell that they stop dancing and see you. They seem a little dazed and confused, and they start running in your direction. Are you run? And you're gonna just run that way?
Once I know that they're all following, yeah, I'm gonna.
Yeah, it looks like they're
Run.
following you.
Yeah.
All right. You come into a room where you see a table. Sitting at this table, you see two goblins covered in tattoos, and you see a satyr sitting there next to them with a needle and ink, adding more tattoos to them. They look up as you run in, and you kind of in this room, and then the hallway behind you is filling with these other people. The rest of you, y'all see them run in there, and this fire room is clear, and there's two other hallways in this room. Where are y'all gonna go?
Should we stick to the plan? Stick right?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm down for that.
Cool.
Before we go in, do you want me to scribble something on your back? That's just let me know, because I mean,
I will let you know, but I think we're good just now.
all right. This ink, it might dry up. I don't know.
Second, let me get to this table real quick. Okay, so yeah, y'all run up this hallway on the right, and you see it starts to like curve, and you see it breaks off to the left and goes into where you can see it open into what looks like a large room, but it's dark. And then up a little ways, there's a door. So there's a door and then a breakaway to the left that goes into a room. And so y'all are kind of at this intersection, a door or this open dark room. And let's see, Lola Archambault. You're in this room. This satyr who is doing tattoos on these goblins sees you, and stands up and kind of holds a hand up, and then gestures to the empty seat at the table for you to sit down.
I 100% sit down.
Okay. Whenever the people behind you see that you've been invited to sit down, they kind of stop charging at you, and they kind of hang back, blocking that doorway.
Perfect.
The satyr puts a cup in front of you, and then pours foul-smelling tea into it, and kind of slides it in front of you, and then taps your arm and points at the table and picks up its little tattoo quill.
I'm good. I'm putting my arm out to get tattooed.
Okay. So it kind of holds onto your arm. Before it starts tattooing, it gestures at the tea again.
I will like do that thing where you like don't actually let it go in your mouth. You just let it dribble down your chin a bit.
Okay. So yeah, after it sees that you apparently took a sip, it starts tattooing little symbols onto your arm. All right, the rest of you, y'all are at this crossroads. Y'all can go straight to this door, or you can go left into this dark room.
Right, door or open room? What do we think? My vote's for open room.
Open room.
Open room. It's
Okay.
unanimous. We're not
Okay.
further splitting the party.
Y'all come into this room. It's too dark to see, but it feels big, and you can see a little to y'all's left. There's another doorway, and you see a little bit of light flickering in, and you can tell that is that other passage that leads to the bonfire. You hear a noise of something, sounds like something heavy kind of move along the stone floor very slowly, coming from somewhere ahead of you in the darkness. What are y'all doing?
Sam, do any of us have torches?
No, I don't have.
Let me double check. I am.
Did you grab that lantern?
Oh, I did grab the lantern. Yeah. I have no way of lighting it though.
It has a little self lighter in it.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm gonna.
These are high tech lanterns.
I was like, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna
What's
like
up?
turn the flint wheel until like a little bit of oil that's in it catches.
Right.
And,
It's sort of slowly, the flame slowly grows, and you see you're in this sort of large octagon shaped room, and there's 4 pillars kind of distributed around the room, and intertwined all around is a giant snake that is slowly slithering around, and it's kind of, you see its head rising up from this coiled mass staring at you.
Does it look like a friend?
Just a second.
Oh, good.
It does not seem to be rushing towards you. You see it sort of its tongue lick the air, kind of, trying to get a smell of you, and it sort of slowly kind of comes sort of hovering closer to you, but it stays back a little bit. And it keeps licking the air, and you can tell it's kind of smelling at you.
Does this look like a constrictor or like a venomous snake?
More like a constrictor, but just extremely massive. Like you don't even see how it could get out of this, how it could fit through the doors of this room. And as the light grows, you can see that there's like the floor, there's just piles of shedded snake skin, and it's kind of even like kind of plastered through the ceiling. And there's like, you see the symbols kind of carved in the wall that match what you saw of the tattoos on the dancing people.
Are there
mhm.
are there any like distinguishing like patterns or anything like that on the snake?
It does have a sort of unique, you can see going down its back, this sort of bright red sort of diamond pattern that moves up and down its back. That doesn't look like anything you've seen on a snake before. And you notice that you can see that there are there's the exit there's the entrance y'all came in, and then a little to kind of to the right of y'all there's another one that you can see the flame flickering through that leads back to the bonfire. And you can see kind of on the opposite end 2 other doorways, little hallways. One has a door in it, and one goes into a room that you can see a little bit of light flickering from, but not a lot. I'm going to go back to Chris real quick. So yeah, you're getting these tattoos on you, and it's starting to burn. The ink, you feel like it's starting to burn worse and worse the longer you sit
Oh.
there.
What a terrible decision. Cool. I'll grab my feather and I'm going to try and teleport back into the bonfire room.
Okay.
And then hopefully I'll be able to pick up the trail of... Well, I know that they all went to the right, so...
Okay. Yeah. You'll to do your use your spell again. You'll have to roll over your doubt. So you have to overcome doubt, and that's a D12.
Cool. Roll over or roll under?
Over.
Over. Oh, cool. So doubt is 5. What if I roll exactly my doubt?
Yeah, that works.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Yeah, I did it then.
Nice. Yeah, you are suddenly standing in the room with the fire, and behind you in that short hallway, they are all facing the other way, not unaware that you are behind them now.
Very quietly, but quickly. Sneak to the right-hand corridor and hope that I can catch up to my buddies.
Yes. So, all right. So y'all are facing the snake that is kind of slowly inching closer, and you hear footsteps coming up the hallway behind you. What are y'all gonna do?
I deploy the grease from my eye patch and oil myself up in preparation for whatever the hell is going to happen to me.
I only have one eye, so naturally I just assume everything is dangerous. So I turn around with my small vial of arsenic just in case, you know.
But
Who
just in case
knows?
just like you're gonna down it just in case it gets to that point.
I'm just, you know, I rather not see it, if you know what I mean. So
And what is Flax doing as one of your friends brandishes poison and the others greasing themselves with their hidden eye patch oil?
I'm just gonna like walk, kind of like strafe around the snake a little bit and try and get to like the door or the passage with the door. I'm just gonna like have my hand out towards the snake, like in a show of like there's nothing in my hands. We're cool. I just need to like kite round you a little bit and
So Lola, you come into this room to see you see Flo is holding a bottle of poison in your direction as you walk in, and you see Wolfhilda is greasing herself up, and then you see a giant snake behind them, and it is slowly moving towards Flax, who has their hand out to it. And Flax, as you're kind of moving, it tilts its head down and it sort of it comes up against your hand kind of very gently. And you can tell it's kind of communicating to you that it's kind of means no harm.
It's shaped like a friend. Okay. I want to pull like a ration out of like a pocket and like toss it to the snake.
Yeah, it'll snatch it up with its tongue and pull into its mouth.
All right. Forget relics. This is our new quest. Because it's like stuck in here, right? You said like it's too big for the.
Yeah. It can't fit through the doorways.
what kind of quality of life is that? I mean, are you guys ready to just gut it, see what's inside, or what? I don't know.
I mean, my original plan was dive into the mouth and then use my blasting horn inside it because I think that would defeat a very large enemy quickly. But
you're all greased up, ready to go.
Not do that.
Okay.
What if we lubricate the snake to slide it through a too small door?
Yeah, but you lubed yourself up in preparation for a kind of a vor adventure.
If you explode the person immediately afterwards, is it vor? Or is it just really good monster hunting?
I guess you'd be the expert.
Ouch. into a burn unit.
You hear movement coming from the door that's it was like right to the left of the one y'all came in that goes back to the bonfire. It sounds like the people have returned to the bonfire.
Can I,
yeah.
while the petting of the snake is going on, I've got a bear trap.
Mhm.
Can I go and set it up kind of outside that door?
Yeah, you can set it right in. So that's like a small hallway that goes and opens up to that bonfire room. So you can put it right into that hallway.
Just pop a bear trap at the end. Just
Perfect.
You know.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, you have that there, and you can, when you do that, you can see the people in there. They're kind of standing around confused, and you see the satyr and the two goblins that it was tattooing are there too, and they are walking out of the entrance, the mouth entrance out of the building, and kind of looking around.
Cool.
You get the idea that they are searching for you, and they seem confused that you vanished.
Guys, we may have a small problem.
Small or large?
But we've got a
Both.
large friend, so I
The
think
goblins are very short, but the satyr is like almost 7 feet tall.
Yeah. Two
It's
small
like a
problems and one large
Pants
problem.
Satyr, not like a Fantasia Satyr.
Yeah, it's a spooky satyr.
How's my new ink feeling?
It is still burning, and it seems almost like the glyphs are kind of starting to glow a little bit.
Oh no. We may need to cut my arm off. We'll see how this
You might
develops.
become a goblin.
Oh,
Like,
man.
how do you
Might
feel
become
about
a goblin.
becoming a goblin? Like,
Definitely
one to
wasn't
goblin
like a clean
man.
needle.
I feel better about becoming a goblin than becoming dead.
I mean,
Couldn't be
see?
me.
Silver linings.
Well, if you really do want to, rid yourself of that arm, I do have some type of pulley, so we can attach it. We can hold something. We can tell our friend Snake just
Snake
bite
could have
down.
it. Yeah. We'll put a pin in it for now.
In your arm? That's what got
No.
you into this
Or in
problem.
the issue of amputating it. We're putting a pin in the issue, not in the actual arm.
Yeah.
We're not putting a thermometer in to test when it's ready.
Yeah.
Is there a
Something
goblin thermometer in this world?
Goblin thermometer to check your level of goblinhood.
Yeah.
You do not know of such technology, but
Maybe
you're
that's
sure
one
it
of the
exists
relics.
somewhere.
I place my hand up to Lola's forehead. What's their goblin temperature?
So you do that, and the snake is sort of following you around. It seemed to have bonded with you, and you gave it some food. And as you check their temperature, and it's kind of following you and sniffing the air, using its tongue to sense things. It suddenly kind of stops, and then it comes forward rapidly, and its tongue licks at Lola's arm where the tattoos are.
Oh no.
Oh man.
And you kind of feel them burn more and grow brighter, and you see the snake's eyes start to glow, and you see it start to pull back, and kind of a aggressive snake stance.
Okay.
Oh no.
Oh, this is how I feed the snake, y'all.
Oh no.
Oh,
And yeah,
False
you are
doom
all,
call.
you've all seen snakes before, and you all recognize that this thing is getting poised to attack. And you have you probably have enough time for y'all to have a turn before that happens.
I am
gonna
so
hide
sorry
behind
about your
something.
snake friend.
all right, hold on. We've got a turn. Somebody cut Chris's arm off.
Let me find the.
I have a D8 damage weapon. Do you want me to cut Chris's arm off or Lola's arm off?
Oh
If
yeah,
we
Lola's arm.
It is a very sharp tuning fork, but it is a very horrible weapon.
If we have some way to make like a tourniquet or cauterize the wound, I would rather you cut my arm off than let the snake eat me.
I have a basic melee weapon, which I'm just assuming is dull. Just
It
based
could be
off of
whatever you want.
my one eye.
Actually, I have a pocket full of glue, so we can stem the bleeding that way.
Excellent. All I've got is a drill and a bear trap.
Drill actually might help before we cut it off. If we drill through the bone before we sever it.
Did I see this in
weakens
that
it a bit like
127 Hours movie or something?
Yeah, break it first, then we can cut through more easily.
Oh my god.
it works in
I'm
home
gonna
construction. It must work just as well on a human body.
Yeah, and then we can just use some dowels and wood glue to put it back on afterwards.
Look, given the era that most RPGs take place in, we are at the forefront of medical science. Like, this could work.
So
yes, I will say that yeah, y'all, it's actually in the rule book that y'all, medicine is not trusted very much. So yeah, y'all, whatever y'all come up with, y'all would probably think is as good as a doctor would come up with.
Okay,
Better
we're
probably
gonna
bet my arm.
All right, do it.
Bet my arm, give it to the snake.
So, Operation Feed the Snake, Lola's arm, is...
Yes.
jeez, didn't you collect those coins just in case we need to put them over your eyes?
No, we'll melt the coins down and make a cool
Hey.
stump cover.
That's plan B and C respectively.
Oh yeah, make a golden hook.
I mean,
Then
it's
everyone
right.
will remember you, even if you don't leave it on a car door.
All right, so who's cutting off Lola's arm?
Wolfhilda's the only one with a bladed weapon.
Okay. Yeah, you can kind of, you can easily, you'll be able to do it. They're not resisting, holding it still. But the pain of your arm getting cut off, you would, to not scream,
Mhm.
you'll probably have to overcome doubt.
Okay.
To do that, unless you are doing something to keep yourself from screaming, unless you have some other plan. If it's just willpower, you're gonna have to overcome doubt.
Just bite down on my belt.
I'm
bite
down
down the
to
belt.
I'm down to sever the arm. I mean, I
someone wanna
stole a
just, like,
boat on a
hold-
dare once.
Someone want to just hold my head shut so I can't open my jaw?
You could actually belt the jaw to the thing, but you
Belt
might
the
break
jaw
some
shut.
teeth.
Yeah.
Okay, with the pressure of the belt, that I'll let you add +2 to that roll.
Cool. Over 5, so I should be able to do it. Yeah, 10 over 5.
Okay, so yes, yes, as your arm gets severed off, yeah, you're able to not scream, and now y'all have a severed arm and a your friend's arm, the remains of their arm are bleeding out. What do y'all do now?
We're gonna
Yeah.
apply glue.
Yeah.
My child might be ashamed of me, but like, look, no one can be ashamed if your parent's a doctor.
I've played Monkey Island. This is like apply glue to the stump.
Perfect.
All of this
Okay.
happened in front of the snake, just so that the snake knows, like, hey, man, like, or
Maybe someone should throw the arm to the snake.
Feed the arm to the snake.
Yeah.
Okay.
drench it in the blood, just so it's easy to, get down.
Yeah. So
Lube that arm up.
y'all toss the arm to the snake, and it snatches it up, and it immediately kind of calms down and coils back up and lays down. Kind of seems like maybe it's even going to sleep.
Yeah.
And yes,
Isn't how Lola saw their day going.
This
And-
close from sainthood.
the glue has stopped the bleeding, and where are y'all doing now?
Should we head to that room with the door?
Maybe we should investigate the door now that we've performed amateur surgery and not gotten any treasure.
Yeah.
Could use a free action to cry a little bit.
So there is across the room, opposite of where y'all came in, there was a hallway that goes into a dimly lit room, and then there is a door kind of straight to the north. Y'all are going to the door?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right, y'all open this door, and you see you'll come into this room, and the wall facing y'all is just covered in stone spikes that are pointing straight towards y'all. And impaled on these stone spikes is a giant 4-armed corpse wearing what looks like it's made of cloth, but it's some kind of very thick kind of cloth armor. And it has a glass helmet that's shattered, and you can see its face. You see it has 4 eyes on its face, and its hands are it has like these large 3-fingered hands on each of its 4 arms, and it's just impaled against these spikes on the wall.
Can we search the body? Is it?
Okay.
Is it clean?
Yes. So you search this body. It seems like it's been dead a long time, but but it doesn't seem kind of quite like it decayed like you would like a normal body. Like it seems like it's almost made of a different kind of flesh than you've ever seen before. Yes, you search the body and find.
I just realized our guys are all still dancing. Which is like maybe not the tone.
Oh, I got to press F to pay respects when we cut Lola's arm off.
Oh, right, yeah, of course.
What is the key?
F.
F? Oh.
Hey, paying respects. Just...
Yeah, so you find it's a ring that is kind of made of some pitch black material, kind of in a pocket on this corpse.
Sick.
Other than that, you don't find anything on it. But yeah, you found this black ring, and there is either side. So to your right, there is a hallway that goes into another room, and then to your left, there is a hallway that goes and looks like it turns into a door to the left.
The spikes on the wall.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of size are they, and what are they made of?
They're made of stone, and they're very big.
Cool.
They're very long. They kind of get pretty narrow towards the end. Like they're pretty sharp, sharp enough for this giant body to be impaled on.
The real question was, can I detach one and attach it to my stump? But I guess the answer is no.
You could probably it'd take you a little while and probably be pretty noisy, but you could eventually break one off.
We won't do that.
Okay.
Yet.
My unerring adventure instinct says, Lola, which of your arms did we cut off? Were you getting tattooed on the sinister side or on the dominant side?
Definitely on the left, non-dominant side.
Okay, so we're taking the left.
You're
headed to the left-hand path.
Wouldn't it be wild if like there's a little line that says cut this arm and we like cut the wrong one?
Oh shit, that tattoo is still glowing.
You hear commotion behind you in the snake room. You hear you hear what sounds like people have come in that room, and you hear chanting starting in that room.
Whatever it is, not our business.
Well, I just hope they don't hurt the snake. That's all I want out of this now.
All right, so y'all, there's a hallway that goes to the right, and another that goes to a doorway to the left.
You said we said we're going left, right, Fiona?
Yeah, I mean, we should follow the symbols.
Which direction is the doorway? Does the doorway continue to the left?
So the hallway is to the left, but then the door is kind of in the side, heading south, so heading backwards, kind of to where it is going to the side of the building where the satyr gave you your tattoos.
So that might link back up to the tattoo room eventually.
Mm.
Cool.
Yeah, but they've run out, so we can steal everything from the tattoo room.
That's true.
That is true.
I don't know if anything was valuable, but like.
Okay. Yeah, let's go left.
Okay. Y'all go left and y'all reach that door, and it is locked.
Oh.
What era of lock is this?
It seems like there is probably a bar on the other side.
Well, One eye and all. I did steal a boat once, so I can try to see if I can pick it. Is it one of those types of locks where I could
It
potentially
does
pick
seem
it?
like there is probably a little room on the side that you could slide something in there and maybe lift that bar up. It'd take some skill to do, but you could attempt it.
Is there any room? Like, is there any kind of a gap underneath the door?
Yes, there is a gap. Yeah, you
Cool.
could. Yeah,
I've
you
got
want.
I've got a mirror.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
want to just like peek under the door and see if we can see anybody inside, like the satyr or the goblins.
You see. You hold the mirror down there, and you can see there's some candlelight in there that's on that table, and you see coming through some other doorway into that room. You see so you can from this view you can see up against that wall there is a series of cages, and you can see that there are bodies laying in those cages, and you see the satyr coming in there with some of the dancers and goblins behind it, and points at one of the cages, and they open it and pull a person who doesn't seem either is not alive or is unconscious, and they pull the body out and take it back into the hallway they came out of. That you can tell now probably leads into the snake room.
All right. Should we go in a different direction?
Yeah, that seems to be indicating that losing the arm to the snake also is the direction of getting eaten by the snake again.
How many more
Thanks.
limbs can we give up? I don't need a toe.
You've all got 2 arms, and I'm coping just fine with 1 for now.
Oh, should I have rolled damage for using a weapon to take the arm off?
Gosh.
Probably, yeah. I didn't think about that, but that makes sense.
Yeah, I shouldn't have full in.
I only rolled a 3 on a d8, so on the right side, you don't take a lot of damage.
Yeah. So yeah, 3. Your Vim is lowered by 3.
Cool. We're good. I started with 20. We're okay.
Oh, nice. Okay. So y'all are back in the spike room. And there's the doorway y'all came through, and then a doorway or a hallway with no door going into another room.
Yeah, let's head towards that, I think.
Yeah.
So you come into this room, and there's a sort of you see a strip in the ceiling where there's no brick, sort of a skylight that there's light coming down, and it's shining on a large stone globe of the earth that sits on this stone pedestal. And on the pedestal you see what looks like a hand, an indentation of a hand, but it's very large and has only 3 fingers. And this room sort of curves around, and you see a door going down to the south.
Okay, hear me out. What if we take the cloth-armored spaceman, possibly his arm, and put it on our friend and touch that depression?
Are we saying that cutting my arm off was just an omen of what we were going to have to do?
Maybe.
Dun,
Do it.
dun.
I mean,
All
what
right.
could possibly go wrong?
Okay. Yeah. Y'all go back in there. Y'all can cut the arm off. Who's doing the cutting?
I'll do
Who's
it.
up to cutting
Still
an
only
arm
one
off?
person with a bladed weapon.
Yeah. Oh, sure. All right. So yeah, you're able to cut this arm off, and now you have this kind of giant 3-fingered arm that you're holding.
Yep. Let's go touch that depression with it.
So you place the hand on the indentation, and this large stone globe suddenly floats above the pedestal, and you see a clear gemstone placed on there that looking at the landforms on it, it roughly looks like the map of this area. So it looks like it's kind of marking the spot, this little gemstone, and it starts to glow red. This little like diamond is now kind of pulsing with a red light.
You know, I bet there's no long-term consequences for that, and I'm going to pull the diamond out.
Okay,
Sounds like a good idea.
you pull the diamond out, and suddenly a bright blue beam shines from the sky down through the skylight onto the globe, and it's very bright and just illuminates the whole room.
I think
the
I made a
diamond back.
good decision.
Dope.
Put the diamond back.
I
don't
put
need
the
it.
diamond where my eye used to be and put my eye patch over it.
Nice. Is there any more? Are there any exits from this room?
Yes, there is a doorway to the south that y'all have not been through.
Okay. We're still on like the right hand side of the building, roughly.
Y'all are kind of y'all are actually kind of in the north center of the building. Actually, y'all are kind of on the right hand side. Yeah, that's true.
So do we think, because the passage that you all came up originally to the right had a door at the top, and then there was a passage that went to the left into the main room with the snake?
Yeah.
So do we
Yes.
think that this door links up with that other door?
Yeah, I imagine so. Probably does link up to the locked room.
Yes, it is on the same side of that building, and
Cool.
kind of pointing in that.
I'm going to knock on the door.
Oh, okay.
You knock on the door. You hear silence, and then after a little bit, you hear a very kind of confused voice say, "Yes, hello."
Shit, I didn't think this
Is
through.
it a deep voice or is it high pitch and like a child that might be innocent
it's kind
and
of
nice?
it's kind of high pitched, but a little gravelly.
Sorry, have you seen a snake? I've lost my snake.
The big snake?
No, different snake.
No. You want to come in?
Do we want to go in?
Gee.
Yes, please.
All right. Are you gonna open the door?
I'll open it. I'll go first. I have my vial. Just in case.
So you open this door, and it opens into this room where there is a desk, and at this desk sits a goblin, and you see it has a shackle on its foot that is attached to the desk, and in front of it you see a large leather-bound tome, and then to the side there's a stack of papers, and it has a pen and a little inkwell, and it seems like it was writing on these papers, and there's a candle on the desk, and it seems very confused to be seeing anybody here. It says it looks at you and says y'all don't have any tattoos, do you?
Not anymore.
It was the whole thing.
He says y'all got to get me out of here.
I can do that.
It gets up from its desk, but it can't move very far because it's chained to the desk.
Can
Yeah.
you
How
Can
is
you
the
help us get
chain
the snake
attached
out?
to the desk?
There's sort of a little there's sort of a net, this kind of nail that's just kind of been crudely nailed in that goes through a hole in this in sort of this shackle on the end of the chain.
I've got a drill. I could just drill it out.
Yeah, you just need to strip the head out.
Yeah, y'all be able to do that.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's free him.
So
You're not gonna betray us, are you, dude?
no, I just want to get out of here. They've I made the mistake of telling them I knew how to read and write, and they have trapped me here.
Who's
Making
that?
Yeah, what's going on here?
Yeah.
the people that feed the snake. You see the book that was open is just full of the same symbols that are tattooed, and then you see on the paper that this goblin was copying all those symbols down onto sheets of paper.
Do you
Okay.
do you think we could free the snake while we're at it?
I don't know. I don't know how it could fit out unless you were able to take out the walls. And they don't even know how this place was built. You'd have to find a way to. You'd have the only people who could probably destroy this place. It's so strong is the people who built it, and I have no idea how you'd summon them. They've been gone for centuries.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think they'll ever come back.
Yeah, we definitely probably haven't. Yeah, there's no way we could. Yeah, you're right.
Buddy, it's your lucky day. You just leave this place and never think about it again.
Great. He says, "Great, let's get out of here."
What's the
What's
best
the
way out of
goblin's
here?
name?
Iliad.
Iliad.
Iliad, you're going on an odyssey.
Do you,
I am so sorry.
What's the book that you're copying?
It's an ancient text, describes a very terrible ritual that requires lots of sacrifices and summons an ancient god that, according to the book, will drink the oceans of the world and set it on fire. But they can't read it, so but they want me to copy down the instructions for them to sell to. They sell it to various sorcerers and spread them around the various believers of their faith. But they don't know that I've been copying it incorrectly because none of them.
Iliad. Did this text have anything to do with these dance moves that seem to be vibrating this structure?
Oh, there is a there is a passage about covering yourself in the blood of the innocent and dancing in the moonlight, but it doesn't describe the dance moves very accurately.
not quite how I remember the Top Loader song going, but
No,
Yeah, I think we went
that's
to
the
a
verse
bad
that they cut out for the
place.
single edit.
I don't know why I just heard Paparazzi by Lady Gaga in my head and imagining these people just dancing.
I imagine like a whole group of people where they only learned how to dance from like a VHS at the Salvation Army. Like they've never been around people that dance, they've never been to a dance, but they've seen like a pop and lock routine performed alone to like a click beat, and they had to just generate all of dance from there.
I don't suppose you have the key to this door here.
So there is a door, the door in the south of the room. It has a bar on this side, so it can be unlocked from this side. But when they were shackled, they couldn't reach this door. But now they
Right. Oh, that makes sense. Okay.
How can we get the snake out?
I don't know if we want to get the snake out, y'all. I think that we might want to figure out things like how to get off this planet.
Now, hold on. Think about it, though. The snake was cute.
Yeah,
And eats people with the tattoos. They all
Yeah.
have the symbols.
Snake
Sounds like
eats
we have
bad
a
guys.
lawnmower. Sounds like we have a lawnmower right now. Are
You know
still
my
lubed up?
teleport feather?
Oh yeah, I mean, I assume grease lasts a while. I assume that like it's very ridiculous I'm making moral claims right now, since like I did plan to like explode a snake, but like
Maybe we could grease the snake up.
You coming from the direction of the snake room, you hear a terrified scream, and then you hear more of the kind of joyous hooping and hollering that y'all heard earlier.
yeah, I think if we just leave, the snake is happy.
They killed another one. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, like just treat this like a petting zoo that we maybe just started a fire in the bathroom of, and like some other adult is higher level, and we'll deal with it.
You're taller than us. You can handle it.
You say treat it like a petting zoo. We've set a fire in the bathroom of like oh, this is a situation I've been in. I can apply the skills I learned that time.
What a great reference.
I mean, we came, we saw the probably unregulated wildlife, we maybe summoned, like, some otherworldly thing, and we got a sick gem. I
Did you
think we
find any
won.
relics? That's what
A
we
sick
came here
gem
for.
and a ring. We've got,
Oh,
like,
I wanna-
2 relics.
I want to put the ring on.
Okay. You put the ring on and you instantly turn into a black cat.
Oh, sick. Can I still can I speak?
Yes.
Whoa,
Oh,
like Sabrina.
yeah, like,
Yeah.
What if we put the ring on the snake?
put it on the
Or-
tip of its tail, then
We
we
put the
carry
ring
it
on the
out,
snake.
then we pull the ring off the tip of its tail.
Yeah.
Okay.
Iliad says, "Oh, just a second, I forgot," and goes across the room and says, "They hid something here," and goes to a brick on the wall,
Iliad,
pulls a
get it
brick
together.
out.
I love you, Iliad.
Yeah, it's all Iliad's fault.
guy.
Nobody else forgot about this part.
Seriously, Iliad, come on now. You had nothing but time to think, man.
Yeah, don't you ever think about looting your workplace on the way out?
Steal
Yes,
tea
he's-
bags, Iliad. That's the bare minimum.
I guess
like,
he's been
I
shackled
think
this whole time.
these mistranslated things are worth something. Like, could we give them to the church and be
Oh.
like, look, we've stopped heresy? Like, I just want to get forgiven from my sins so I can be back to being a shitty parent.
So I can go
Okay.
back to robbing graves.
I just want to replace
rolled
my
a good one.
family's ring. This looks like a pretty good ring.
So in this little hidden compartment that Iliad shows you, there is a small jar, and inside the jar is a green fingernail clipping.
That's probably
Polished?
some saint stuff.
Is it polished or natural?
It looks like it's been the green seems natural and seems like that's the color, but it has been polished with sort of a lacquer to preserve it.
What a strange thing to put in a jar behind a
Give this
brick in a
to the-
wall.
Just give it to the church. They'll figure out what they want to do with it.
All right. So what are y'all gonna do now?
I want to use a mirror to. I'm gonna uncap.
Okay. Can you? Does the ring remain on you while you're a cat, or do you just become a cat with no way
Yes,
to take
there's a
off the
little
ring?
there's a little ring on your
Does it
little
turn into a collar?
cat bean finger.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. I like pull it off with my sharp cat teeth.
Yeah.
And
You return to your normal form.
am I like
Can I-
still dressed?
Yeah.
Oh, phew.
It's not like the beginning of Terminator.
If I put the ring on, how many legs does my cat have?
Just a second.
Well, we
You
should
have
use this. I'll be right back.
yeah, you if you put the ring on, your cat has 3 legs.
Oh,
Oh, that's great. That means if we put it on the snake, it will just have no legs.
Just be a cat.
you can carry it.
You know when cats go loaf? But
Yes.
it'll be like that forever.
Perfect.
Let's do it.
I want
do
to
it.
look. I want to look under the. Now that they've like fed the snake, if I look under, is there like? No, wait. There's not. There's nothing. There's no way to. There's not like a. What am I trying to say? The doors.
Yes,
the doors
this
to
door-
this room.
Yes, you'd have to go. You could go back around. There's this door at the end that, y'all can kind of tell spatially is the door that was in front of y'all when y'all turned off the first one, the snake room. So you have a door that goes right there, and then y'all could go back around to the spiked room and go into the snake room through there.
Okay. Well, yeah. Should we do that then and see if?
I think we could back round to the spiked room because that's like furthest away from the dancing guy's entrance.
Yeah. And I
Right.
think there's a chance rather than going out. I think. Do we think we could like get out through that skylight?
Oh, good call.
It's a little hard to reach, but you could probably climb on top of that the floating there's the floating globe, but you would need probably to climb on someone's shoulders to get up there.
And will we then get caught in the laser beam?
You would.
So that's probably fine.
Probably fine.
That's probably fine.
It's not damaging the globe.
Yeah, you go first.
Yeah,
Well,
it's made of stone. It's made of pure rock. So yeah, it would very fragile material.
Of course. All right. What's
Notoriously
the
hard to damage with light.
situation in the snake room?
So you peek in the snake room, and it seems like things have quieted down in there. You see there is some blood splattered around, and the snake seems asleep, but has blood smeared around its face as if it has just viciously devoured something.
God, messy eater.
Mm-hmm.
Little stomach too. If like one person could just like knock it out, it's like a newborn.
It's almost as if it was in a wild trance and not eating like a normal snake, as if it was going mad.
All right. Okay. Interesting.
Can we see what the snake will do? Or I'm sorry, are we in that room or we just kind of peeked in?
Y'all are at one of the entryways into the snake room.
All right, so hear me out. I kind of want to see how the snake will react to this thing in the jar, like this nail clipping in the jar.
Ooh.
Because if it's something where it's, yeah, like if it turns into a submissive snake and is like, oh, you guys are my masters, then that could be cool. But
Yeah.
it already
But
kind of
then-
likes us.
Maybe we could try that outside, right?
Yeah. Kind of in that doorway to where we're not really in there, but kind of.
No, like if we turn the snake into a cat and take it outside, then afterwards we have all the time in the world to see if it reacts to the other relic.
That's true. That's true. I'm down with that.
All right,
I
so
wanna
what are y'all
s-
doing?
I want to sneak up on this snake and see if I can slip a ring over the end of its tail.
It's so giant that the end of its tail is a little too thick for that ring to fit on.
His tongue.
Yeah, let's try tongue or teeth.
Okay.
Something. I'm gonna. Jeez. Any of you guys ever kept snakes? Because I have, and I don't want to.
I have.
I don't relish the idea of waking it up. But I'll go for it.
All right, so you go around to where its head is, and it kind of flicks its tongue out at you.
I just want to like grab it.
Okay, you got it.
Do you think I can slip the ring over this?
Yep, there's
I believe in you.
It has sort of a split forked tongue, and so you could slip it onto one of the forks of the tongue.
I
Yeah.
should have shown it my forked tongue, then it would have been like, oh wait, we're buddies.
So yeah, you do that, and it suddenly starts to. You see fur sprout all over it, and it shrinks down to a very strange, legless, worm-like cat thing. It's still pretty big, but small enough that you're able to carry it with both arms. This sort of large cat loaf.
Oh yeah.
Amazing.
Perfect.
Yeah, and it's a adorable little black cat, but it still has these snake eyes.
That's so cute. Oh my gosh.
Excellent. Has it still got a forked tongue?
Yeah, it meows, and you see on its forked tongue, you see the ring around its tongue.
Wow.
Amazing.
I was about
Okay.
to say, like, where's the ring now? Because like,
All right. Should we book it?
Yeah, let's bounce.
how big is the perimeter of the you casting teleportation? Can it take multiple people, or is it
You
just
can
you?
teleport 50 feet, and it only one person can use it as the teleport as a time limit.
Ah, I see.
And I have to
Oh.
roll doubt every time I want to try and do it.
Yeah.
But you could teleport. Does anybody have a rope?
I feel like because I have a pulley, there might be a rope attached to it, but that's an assumption.
Because
I
if you
don't
can
know.
teleport out the skylight, we could go.
Oh,
we could drop
with
a
the
rope.
rope. That's a good call.
What?
You may sense a distant rumble, almost like you feel like a slight earthquake.
Oh God.
Jeez.
Okay.
Do you have a rope with that pulley?
Do I need to roll for that? What do I need to do? I feel like there should be a rope with a pulley, but that's assumed knowledge. But I don't know.
I
Yes,
mean, it's
let's
not
just say we do.
Yeah,
Let's just say we do.
it's not a pulley without a rope. Then it's just like
It's
a
just a
block.
circle.
Sure. Oh yeah, you have a pulley that. Yeah, we'll say you have a rope with it.
Cool.
Perfect. Have a rope.
Yeah, what if I teleport up out of the skylight with
Mhm.
the rope and lower it down for you all?
Yeah, you just have to overcome your doubt to make that teleportation work.
No. No, I don't. I rolled a 4 under 5.
Okay, I'm gonna roll a d6. You take d6 damage. 1 damage.
Okay. All right. So that's not going to work then.
I mean, I can try it again.
Oh, I just heard the snake.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Sorry, my cat's been called the loudest cat in Scotland, and
Awesome.
Oh wow.
and it is dinner time for her.
Oh.
My cat is meowing back, but I don't think you can hear him.
I had to leave because my cat was demanding food. Sorry.
No animals here. Dang it.
Well, I don't know if you were able to hear, but we've got the snake is now a black cat.
So I think we've
No legs
successfully
and
proceeded
four
to flee the
toes.
dungeon.
But we need to get out.
Yep.
Yeah, the dancing has resumed around the fire. Y'all can tell that through the doorway.
So I have the horn of my goat god or something.
Oh yeah.
It does just blast people.
Mm-hmm. It knocks everyone. Makes everyone fall down who's in front of it.
So I could just blast the room and then we just run through.
Mm-hmm.
I'm into it.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, you may have missed that y'all can sense a low rumble, almost like there is a weak but constant earthquake happening.
We need to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, let's do it.
So
Yeah.
I will blast these people. Just absolutely like I'm throwing this confetti. Bang. On dancers. So actually I guess like that. Like
Yeah,
that.
you can-
You're dancing? No. Confetti. Pockets.
So yeah, you can footloose these dancers out of the way. Just stand there at the doorway, and so yeah, if you sound it right at the doorway, it'll knock them all down, and it'll also blow that fire too. So there'll be kind of flames and embers will go shooting out in front of y'all as well.
Dope.
So yeah, they all get knocked down, and kind of you disperse this fire. So there's kind of like pieces of wood burning around and embers in the air, and y'all have a clear path that y'all can reach the exit now.
Blessed be the goat lord.
Let's leg it.
Yep.
I can hop.
All right, y'all run out there holding this giant legless cat, and
We've got Iliad in tow.
Iliad is running behind you, dragging the chain that's still on the shackle. He's kind of holding it and running to keep up with you. Y'all get out of there. You can tell that the dancing cultists, they're trying to slowly get up. And y'all are outside now. And you can see, y'all have come straight out, and you can see to your right, in off of the edge of the tree line, you see the satyr and 2 goblins, and you see that they're kind of searching. They look like they're looking around, and they have, with the sound of your horn, they have turned this way. They're a bit a ways away, but you see other figures behind them in the forest, in the woods, coming this way too. And that's kind of to y'all's right, and to y'all's left, which is where y'all first came in from, seems there's no one there. It seems clear the way that broken cart is.
Transform the snake and run.
Yeah, I agree. Let's
Yeah.
let's like drop the snake
Okay.
and pull the ring off its tongue.
Oh, you also notice
Snakes,
you also notice the blue beam coming out of that skylight when y'all look that way. It just goes straight up to the sky and disappears into the sky. Like it seems like it just goes on forever.
That place is going to get something bad is going to happen, and we should be moving quickly
All
away
right.
from.
So what are you doing with your cat snake?
Yeah, I'm gonna like scratch its chin and then wait till it gives like a little yawn and just like pluck the ring off its forked tongue.
Perfect. You take the ring off of its cute little kitty cat yawn, and it immediately grows into this giant snake and is coiled around. It's like coiled around y'all completely, and then it starts uncoiling, making so it's not trapping y'all, and it turns to y'all, and it opens its mouth wide, and you see it start its body shake, almost like it's retching, and then it coughs up something.
Oh no!
The guy it just ate.
My arm.
Another toenail.
It coughs up.
I like that this is a treasure table.
Yeah. What looks like a husk of a cicada, but it's like made of gold.
Cool.
And that kind of it's covered in this sort of like bile and saliva from the snake, but it falls on the ground in front of you, and then it immediately turns where the satyr and these other things are coming out of the woods, and it starts heading towards them, and you see that they stop and kind of start retreating.
Good move.
Pick up the gold bug and run.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go back in the direction of our church, right?
Yeah, so y'all are heading out there. So all the golden cicada husk that you have, it is a relic that lets you transform into a swarm of insects for up to 30 minutes.
That's amazing.
Ah, man. We should have used that on the snake. Oh, well.
And, well, it was inside the snake. So
Right, yeah, of course.
And then y'all have the Star Child's fingernail is the other relic that y'all have.
Star Child's fingernail.
Which
Nice.
you don't know exactly what it does, but holding it, you just have this sense of power and destruction. You feel like
Ooh.
you could make it do something, but you don't know exactly what it would do. But you can feel that it would be something destructive.
Dope.
And that y'all have completed this dungeon. Y'all got a bunch of awesome relics and freed some sort of snake god.
And
I always
something.
love to be on the right side of a snake god.
Yeah, very good.
How does a goat god feel about a snake god?
There's a lot of gods out there. Some of them are buddies. Some of them aren't. Some of them just care. Some of them just care that they get their tattooed snack every day, and they're good.
Some were in Cub Scouts together. Didn't turn out well, but you know.
So thank y'all for playing Pilgrims of Misfortune.
That was really fun.
Yeah.
Great.
This people have pre-ordered this, and the pre-orders are almost done being printed. They were supposed to be done last month, but due to some sloppiness on my part, I had to make a bunch of corrections. But they are coming to everyone soon, and then probably within a month or so, this will be in all of your favorite RPG shops, like Spear Witch, Monkey's Paw, Exalted Funeral. So keep an eye out for that if you want to play this adventure. It is in there, and it's got some little angels and demons and stuff in it. But thank y'all for playing. Thank you, Tony, for having us.
Thank you.
That was rad.
Yeah, it's great.
Tony, I'll let you have the podium if you'd like. Oh, nice. We were all dancing this whole time. Perfect.
Yeah.
All right. Thank everyone for watching. I'm gonna let Tony take over.
Yeah, I'm going to walk out here and things are going to get weird. Thanks, everybody, for coming. This was the inaugural stream of Exalted Funeral Con, Exalted Funeral's first online convention. We're super excited to be partnering with them There's other stuff happening over the course of the weekend. All of the streams will be hosted in this room, but there will be other panels happening in other rooms throughout the course of the con, especially tomorrow afternoon when there's 3 panels happening at the same time. Thank you to all of our players who came, and thank you to everybody who was out watching on stream. Nate, always a pleasure to have you here. I hope you have a safe weekend. I believe you're going to be traveling, so I'm glad we could make sure you were on here for at least part of this time.
Yes, thank you very much.
All right. We are going to go ahead and log off. I know at 5 p.m. there is a live session of Read the Fucking Manual, RFTM podcast with Max Lander and Aaron King, 2 of my favorite creators and part of our streaming community here on Plus One. So I don't know if we're doing that one live. I got to check in with them real quick and go look at the thing. We either will be or won't be. If we are not, they will release it on their podcast later. And if not, we'll see you guys at 7 p.m. for the open Q&A with Kristen and Matt to kick off